Hello again, Prettiful People. This video is going to be a review on bronzers because I haven't done a review in quite some time, so I thought it would be good to go through a few. I have 4 that I'm going to be talking about today, and I've been using them for, some of them I've been using them for like a couple of months. One in particular I've only been using for couple of weeks, but I do feel that I've got a bit of a gist on them, so I can give my opinion. So the first one I think I'll start with is the E.L.F. This is the contouring blush and bronzer kit in St. Lucia. I have talked about it in other videos, but this time we're going to talk just about the bronzer. So that is what the bronzer looks like there. Oh goodness. So it is actually really quite dark, really pigmented. I will do a swatch. I have found this bronzer to not be as good as my others. I do find that it's really hard to blend out. It's really dark. So I don't think you would use it as a bronzer. You probably just would use it, you know, I think I did just use it as a contour, but it's a little bit, got a little bit of flecks of like goldy glitter through it. But overall, it's just really dark. So I haven't really been using that as of late. I can't remember how much this was. I got this off iHerb, and I don't think it was very expensive. But, so the next one I'm going to talk about is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and I got this one in Sun Bronze. It looks like this. So this one here, this is nowhere near as pigmented as the E.L.F. but a little bit more orange than the E.L.F. The E.L.F. is quite a chocolate brown, not matte, but this one here is way less pigmented, so it's actually a lot easier to blend out on your face, but is quite orange, as you can tell. Next to the E.L.F. it's actually quite orange. There's a slight flick of glitter through it, so it's not completely matte, but it's very powdery also is another issue that I do have with it. But just mostly really orange. I do find that it does make me quite on the orange side. I think this one was like, I got this one off ASOS or feelunique.com. I don't know if I've mentioned feelunique.com. Check them out, free worldwide shipping, really good. But yeah, waterproof, SPF 15, but you don't really cover your whole face in this, so I don't really see what too much point is of it being a SPF. You're gonna not get sunburnt on the edges of your face. Woo! Glad I tried it, glad I have it. Don't know how often, I've used it a little bit, but I don't know if I'm really going to be using that one so much anymore. The next one that I'm going to talk about is the Bourjois. Everyone just calls this the chocolate bronzer. I can't even, it says bronzing powder filled with glints of sunshine. It's kind of like in Frenchy kind of word, so I'm not even going to attempt that. But this one is in colour 52, and I am aware that there is a colour 51. So that's what this one looks like there. Now this one smells divine. I think I got some on my nose. So I got this one off ASOS, and it was, I got it on when they had this big like 30% off sale, and it was $10. I really do enjoy this one. This one also is a lot less, way less pigmented than the E.L.F. But is really easy to blend out. It is actually quite natural. Very similar, however, to the Rimmel and Sun Goddess. Actually really quite similar. Quite an orangey, to me it's got quite an orangey tone. It's less orangey than the Rimmel, but still probably a little bit too orangey for me, but you know, I do use it and I can pull it off. It's not my favourite that I haven't talked about yet. So that is my E.L.F. one there, that's the Rimmel, and this one is the Bourjois. So there is tiny little flecks, like all of these have been quite like little flecks of glitter and bronze through it, but quite powdery. Looks like a little bit does go a long way. Last but not least, I have the W7 Honolulu bronzer there. Now this one I got purely just to actually get the brush that came with it. The brush that comes with it, I've talked about it before, is like a really nice thin. It looks really similar to the NARS Ita brush, and so it gives a really nice, you know, your crisp line, and so that's actually why I brought this. This was $10 again, so similar in price to Bourjois, although Bourjois was on sale, but similar price, and I got this one from Posty Plus here in New Zealand. Now this one is my favourite of them all so far. This one is a gorgeous colour. It goes perfectly to my skin tone. I'm probably like a medium to light, kind of, not maybe quite medium, not quite olive. This is just amazing. I absolutely love this one. This one, I would definitely say it's matte, but it's not like a solid matte. So it's matte, but it does have not like a metallic sheen, not like a highlight sheen to it, but like a little bit of a sheen. I don't really know. I'm not very good at describing these. It's more of a bronzy kind of. It's not as dark as our, oh, my light's changing outside. It's definitely not as, probably as dark as the E.L.F. It's not as like a reedy toned. The E.L.F. seems to be quite reedy toned compared to them. This one's a lot more matte. It's just perfect. It just goes on so well. And what I've been beginning to do is I will use it as my bronzer as well as my contour. So I'm not actually switching colours at the moment, which I see a lot of people switching colours, so I don't know why that is. Maybe you could drop down below why in particular that is. But I will use this to do a soft contour with my big fluffy brush, and then go on with the skinny brush and do it again, but it almost like instantly gives it a blending out appearance, like, so I don't have to fluff around with it for very long. There we are there, and there we are again. So I guess depending on your skin tone is kind of the one that you'd go for. I think the Rimmel would be quite good for, that's the second one there, would be really good for lighter skin tones, but you know, again, it's just a little bit too orangey for me. But yeah, I mean, I might just end up using it as an eyeshadow or something, I guess. It would make a really good crease blending out colour, actually. So those are my reviews and my personal opinions on the bronzers that I have and that I have been using. So I hope you liked this video, and you'll be seeing this face again soon.